Welcome, and from is an ALCATEL Idol 5, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So we're going to begin with the System UI Tuner, which allows you to hide specific parts of your status bar. So for instance, you can hide the SIM cards, the battery, network connection, stuff like that. And to do it, you first have to enable it. So where you have the settings icon, the gear, you want to hold it till it starts spinning. Let me actually redo this. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's spinning right. Oh, it was spinning right under my finger. Let's try that again so you can actually get a good look at it. So you can see that it's spinning, then you just let go. You get a pop-up then that System UI Tuner have been enabled. Now for me it says remove System UI Tuner. Now I don't want to remove it. This is just when it's already enabled and you hold it again, it gives you a message to disable it basically. But if you're doing this for the first time, you should have it, it has been enabled. So from here, we're going to find the System UI Tuner, which is right at the bottom. So right here, tap on it, just tap on Got It, and choose Status Bar. And from here, you can start turning off things like Wi-Fi, just anything that you want to get rid of your status bar. So anything that, for instance, you know that it's enabled, but you just don't want it to show. So like I said, Wi-Fi probably is the good one. Bluetooth if you're using some kind of headsets. Then Wi-Fi connections, do not disturb mode is also one that I personally remove. So you can basically remove almost everything by checking all of these off, like so. And it looks like the only thing that is staying here is the percentage, which I think battery percentage you can actually change in the battery settings, and the time, which you can also choose to hide if you wish to. Okay, so moving out of here, next thing that I'm going to show is the animation speed. Now the device isn't the fastest, so any kind of animation seems kind of wonky. It's not very smooth, so I would probably remove it altogether. But you can set it to half speed if you wish to, just to still have some kind of animation. And to do it, again, we will go to the settings, then about phone, and find build number, which is right here. Tap on it 7 times, and then you get a message you are now a developer. So you can go back, and there's another thing that has appeared in the settings. So it's right above the System UI Tuner, developer options. Tap on it, and from here, scroll down till we find this part right here. So window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. And you can tap on it, set it to half speed, like so. And now everything will be twice as fast. So any kind of closing up and opening will be that much faster. Now, like I said, you can also set it to be disabled if you wish to, by setting it to animations off. And then there will be no more animation, everything just snaps into place where it's supposed to be without the animation of like zooming and getting into the view how it was previously. Okay, so moving on, next thing that I'm going to go into is the mirror vision, and this just simply allows you to add a little bit more color to your display. So all the content that will be displayed will have a little bit more saturation and contrast. So to get this going, let's go all the way up to display, so right here. Then you have the mirror vision on top, tap on that, and you can tap on it. Bars right here and go into picture mode. And by default it's set to standard, so you can tap on vivid, for instance, and you can see a brief difference, hopefully. Yeah, it is visible on the camera. So you can see that the reds are becoming a bit brighter, not as dark as they are on the standard one, and just overall there is a little bit more color. Also, okay, so this is maxed out brightness. Now from here we can also go down to dynamic contrast right here, and you have this moving animation, and you can enable it and you can immediately see the difference between like enabled and disabled. So I'm just flipping it on and off so you can get a nice view. Now this is basically the enabled dynamic contrast. This is disabled. So every time the image seems brighter and just seems like it's popping out more, that's when it's enabled. So you can check that on, and that's about it. And now this option applies to the entire phone everywhere you go. Now moving on, next thing that I want to show is something that allows you to just simply make your device a little bit more secure by hiding the visible letter from the password. So as you probably already know, whenever you're typing in a password of any sort, for instance like right here, you can always see the latest letter that you have pressed in a line, and it's clearly visible if someone wants to read what you're typing. And so you can actually disable that, so it automatically shows that by going into the settings, and from settings we're gonna go down to security. There it is, security, and you have it right here, make password visible. Now normally there might be actually a button to extended, advanced, and it will show, but if you can see it immediately, you can just tap this up to check it on, make password visible. And now if we go back to Wi-Fi as a good place to showcase this, I actually need to restart it, so let's clean it up and go back to here. Did I not enable it? Let me just check it quickly. It is enabled. There we go. So as you can see, now it's working. So there was just some kind of glitch. But now whenever you press a letter, I can see that there is no longer any letter visible in the line. So just a nice way of securing your device a little bit further. And the last thing that I want to show is just a home screen option, which will allow you just to change it up, for instance, to not have the app drawer, or have it if you have all the apps right now on the home screen without the app drawer. So to get going, let's go back into the settings and find home screen, which is somewhere above, I believe. There it is, home screen. And you have right here the Joy Launcher or Joy Launcher with drawer. Now it already has a drawer, so this seems to be mixed up, I guess, because now it disables it, which is the exact, oh wait, I guess I misread, it's without the drawer. So as you can see now, when you type it without drawer, it basically removes it, and you have all the icons right here. And yeah, now if you already had your icons on the home screen as they are right now, you can actually enable it, and then they will be hidden and just a little bit more organized. So this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that are on the show, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.